Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about a subject that you hear almost every day in the news. Read about it. It's a big theme in the news, and that is Russia-Ukraine war. The video will be two parts. The first part, it will be the opinions and reasons given by United States and Western Europe why this war happened. Then part two, I will give the opinions and reasons given by the Russian side why this war happened. It will be up to you to make up your mind which side sounds more correct. I'm going to start with the opinions and reasons given by Western Europe and United States why this war happened. The first argument is the Soviet Union argument. I call it the Soviet Union argument. Soviet Union was a very large country. It was a federal union of many republics, Russia being the biggest. Moscow was its capital. Soviet Union is considered as, or was considered as, a dictatorship. Nothing exemplifies more this dictatorship than Joseph Stalin, who had a strong grip over the Soviet Union. This is a map of Soviet Union. Countries in both red and pink were part of the Soviet Union. After the end of Soviet Union, the countries in the color pink became independent. That includes Ukraine. According to the West, Vladimir Putin wants to go back to Soviet Union time, basically make Russia larger. He has expansion ideas. He's thinking of expanding Russia, make it a large empire, take back all those countries that were in the Soviet Union. That is his long-term plan. That's why he's aggressive about attacking other countries. In fact, the West points at videos which I have seen. Putin himself says that the end of Soviet Union was a tragedy. We can also take breaking agreements into the equation. According to the West, Russia has broken the agreements in the Budapest Memorandum. The Budapest Memorandum. I always suggest that you check those agreements, which I will give agreements from the Russian side also. You can check it yourself to know these facts. They are simple. The important part in the Budapest Memorandum, there are a lot of agreements in this memorandum, is that concerning Ukraine, Ukraine had to get rid of its nuclear power, which Ukraine had from Soviet Union time. Ukraine had to get rid of all nuclear power. In the same time, under these agreements, Ukraine must be defended and Ukraine must not have any aggressions towards it. So, according to the West, when Russia took control of Crimea in 2014 and Russia attacked Ukraine in 2022, Russia has broken the agreements in the Budapest Memorandum, which was in 1994, I believe. Let's go to the events that has happened in 2013 and 14. You might have heard already, even before the war, that Russia took Crimea. Well, in these 2 years, in that period, you had a president that was pro-Russia. I believe his name was Viktor Yanukovych. In this period, there were massive protests in Ukraine. In the end of these protests and all these problems in Ukraine ended with Yanukovych lost its leadership or was no longer president of Ukraine. And according to the West, these protests and this situation in Ukraine, it was by the will of Ukrainian people. It was about Ukrainian people wanted to be more with the West than with Russia. It was, according to the West, this period, in the end of this pro-Russian leader, Viktor Yanukovych, it was a prosperous era for Ukraine. And it is all democratic. Ukraine needs to be democratic. Before, it was not completely democratic. And it is at this time, according to the West, that Russia took the opportunity to take over Crimea, control Crimea. So far, we have mentioned that from the West, they think today's war has happened because Putin wants to expand Russia, go back to the good old days of Soviet Union, think of it as a Russian Empire, that Russia has broken agreements which it shouldn't do, leaving Ukraine without nuclear power, and it attacked it, that Russia took opportunity under these democratic protest, free will of Ukraine to change their leader. Russia took control of Crimea, attacked Crimea. The last one, let's go to the 2022. According to the West, Ukraine is an independent country. It could do whatever Ukraine wants. Ukraine, if it wants to join NATO, it's up to her. It's whatever any country, it's an independent country. It shouldn't think about what Russia thinks. It's their country. It's the free will of those people. They can decide if they want to join NATO. And by Russia attacking them, that's completely unacceptable. And that Putin is a war criminal because he started this war. Also because he's also criminal and dictator because he puts people in jail that are in opposition or kills them. So we have 4 things we have mentioned. That Soviet Union expansion idea in Russia, especially Putin's mind. Russia has broken the Budapest Memorandum. Russia has destroyed some movement for democracy in 2013 and 14 protests. And also Russia interferes with a country, an independent country who wants to join NATO or whatever it wants to do. Feel free to watch part 2 to see what Russia says about this war. What's Russia's reasons why this war happened, to get an idea on both sides.